Hello everyone, welcome to the Nerd Zone. I'm Scruffy and this is Scruffy Tales. And in this video, I figured I would do a fight breakdown of that Shogun fight. You know the one, the epic, badass, kick-ass samurai fight. And you know the fight I'm talking about. It is when Mariko and her retinue tries to leave Osaka to prove a point that everyone is indeed a hostage. And Ishido's men stops them and asks for papers, permits to leave the castle. And Mariko doesn't have any, and she says, "Well, I don't need any, so you need to let me leave." And the guards say, "No, can't do that. We have our orders." So Mariko turns around and asks the captain of her bodyguard to, you know, frankly, just kill the guard. And the captain of the of her bodyguard just steps up to the plate like a complete badass. And he takes a bow to honor the people who are about to die. No disrespect. He just, he's there to kill them. It's a job, nothing personal, and he's ready to rock and roll. And we have a brief, tense couple of seconds of standoff, and then the main guard goes for his sword, and his second in command doesn't react. He is clueless. He is not on board what is about to happen. And even here, take a look now. The captain of the bodyguard, he's grabbing his sword after the captain of the castle guards is reaching for his sword. And look here, second guy going with the castle guards, not reacting. These guys are ready to throw down, and what happens here? Mariko's other bodyguard, the second in command, he is reacting to what these two guys are doing, but this guy, he is clueless. He has no idea what's going on. And first blood is drawn. Mariko's captain of the bodyguards draws his sword and commits to a cut instantly. And take a look what happens here. Take a look. He cuts off the fingers of the castle captain's hands, right? So that's his sword hand. So the captain of the castle guard reaches for the sword. Mariko's bodyguard just draws the sword straight from the scabbard and cuts his fingers so he can't grab his sword. The bodyguard's second in command is ready for action, and now the castle guard's second in command reacts a bit too late because everyone else is in the fight, and he is now going, "Oh shit, it's going down." And Mariko's bodyguard, he cuts the fingers of this guy, sword goes up, and then goes straight back into another attack in just half a second. And take a look where his cut lands. Right across the face of this guy. Take a look. Take a look where the cut goes right beneath the ear. He basically cuts this guy's face off. He nearly severs the head in half with this strike. And he's out of action. He has only one hand, no fingers on his main hand. He is, basically out of action as well, unless he can do something with his second hand. And this is a brutally efficient attack against these two guys. And we're not done. I mean, we have our second in command in the back. He's ready, looking on. This guy is falling off, and he has now swung his sword down and ready to go back and finish this guy off, who hasn't even reached a sword yet. And there you have it. Sword comes back this way, and that is a cut straight across the throat, and he is out of action, unable to do anything whatsoever. And we have our second guy here standing ready just in case something happens, ready to step in and help the captain of the bodyguard. Take a look at that face. This is a guy who is determined to do whatever needs to be done. And the captain of the castle guard goes down, throat cut, his second in command, having lost his head basically. and Maruko's captain of the bodyguard just eyes down the rest of the castle guards and basically with a glare telling them, "You really want to mess around?" And then the captain of the bodyguards flicks his sword to clean it of blood. I mean, it doesn't really work, but it's a cool scene. It looks cool. And then he sheathes his blade and looks back to his lady and telling her, "Job's done. Time to move out and move on." But what I want to highlight here is take a look at the captain's second in command. He's ready for a fight, eases up, and is now just chilling. These two guys, these two actors, they are they give us everything we need to know about the samurai in Shogun. These two guys, no one else gives the same level of warrior performance, professional soldiers in the show as these two guys. They show us what it means to be a samurai, and samurai obviously translates into English as to serve, to be a servant, and they are serving Mariko, and this is what it means to be a samurai. And my God, these two guys are giving us one hell of a performance in this brief fight scene as Mariko tries to leave Osaka Castle. But it's not over. The captain of the bodyguards, he turns around, looks at the castle guards, and just delivers a powerful line in Japanese. The lady will leave now. And he delivers it with conviction. He is ready to kill anyone standing in his way. And as they move on, they force Oshido's hand, Oshido being the bad guy, and an archer uh, expertly shoots the captain of the bodyguard right in the throat, bypassing the armor, killing him, in just this one arrow. And it just goes to show this is what you need to do to kill these guys. You need to overwhelm them with arrows and numbers, because these samurais, they are not messing around. They are here to do their job and kill anyone standing in the way of Mariko. And now the second in command of the bodyguard steps into action as Mariko asks Miyai to take charge, and he does it. He lowers his head in a bow and tells Mariko it would be an honor, my lady. And then he gives the command to kill everyone standing in their way. And Mariko's samurai, they charge the enemy. And Miyai, he is no push around. He runs straight up to all of these enemies and he parries on the first strike, and then he moves on. The second guy comes rushing at him. He throws that guy to the side. He just picks him up and throws him away. And later on, we can see him fighting another dude in the background. He throws that guy out of the way. He strikes at yet another guy. These two are not the same. And then when he has taken care of that guy, he turns on that blade there. That is Miyai going after yet another guy. And then he is going after yet another guy. I believe he's attacking this guy is who he is attacking this way. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dudes that Miyai is just throwing around and just swinging his sword and kicking ass in this brief fight sequence. And towards the end of it, we see a fully armored samurai on the opposite end of the courtyard from Mariko. And this does appear to me to be Miyai. He is actually being brought down by that last final arrow, having taken care of 4, 5, 6 guys on his own in this fight. And in the end, it is an arrow that brings him down, just like the badass captain of the bodyguards. And here we have, of course, the last of Mareko's men getting stabbed from behind by the spear. And you can see here that there are still 3 enemies guarding that gate in the background. And that is where Miyai, in the end, died. So he had already taken on 4, 5, 6 guys, and there were still 3 of them holding that gate that Miyai was trying to reach. But in the end, it was an arrow that brought down Miyai along with the captain of the bodyguard. These 2 guys, I can't stress it enough. My God, did they show us what it meant to be a samurai and how deadly they were with the sword in combat. And people may go on about how kick-ass awesome Buntaro was in battle and how selfless and loyal other people were when they committed seppuku to make a point or defend a lord or whatever. But I'm telling you, nothing comes close to these dudes, to these 2 guys. They are the biggest heroes on screen in this show. Nothing comes close to their performance, to the action they provide us, and just the aura surrounding these 2 characters. As soon as you see them on screen, you know they mean business. And as soon as they draw their swords, I mean, that's it. People will start dying around them. And in the end, the only thing that brings these 2 guys down are arrows, shot from afar by enemies taking cover on higher ground on castle walls. Yeah, I am so super impressed by this sequence and by the performance and how these 2 bodyguards are portrayed as samurai. That's it. That's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, hit like. If you would like to watch my next video, why not subscribe? And until the next time, see you around.